Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Change Your Mind podcast. I'm your host, Chris Ashley, and I'm so excited for my guest today. He is a master teacher of Qigong, and one of the things he talks about is embodied awakening in the age of AI. So I'm really curious to hear what he has to teach us today. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot right alongside you. A couple quick announcements before we get started. Head over to the links in the bio. You're going to me. You'll find ways to see all my projects. I have a docuseries. I have another podcast type show on a new channel called New Reality TV that's all about metaphysics if you want to get more into the spiritual side. You'll find ways to sponsor the podcast, ways to take my courses, some freebies. I have an amazing quiz on how to find your limiting beliefs. I have another really amazing tool, speaking of AI, where your future self writes you a letter. Just takes like 5 minutes. It's really, really cool for envisioning your future. So go check it out. Lots of fun things. All right. So let's see. With me today, I have Master Mingtong Gu. And he is the founder and visionary of the Qi Center and Southwest Sanctuary for Embodied Wisdom, a global movement leader empowering 100,000 plus speakers globally, and a master teacher of Wisdom Healing Qigong, a 5,000-year tradition helping others to reclaim power, presence, and fulfillment in the age of AI and disruption. So welcome. I'm so happy you're here with me.
Thank you, Chris. I'm so grateful to hear what you're doing already. Amazing, amazing. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, sometimes it's funny. It's like sometimes things sound really good on paper and you're like, wait, I'm just like living this life and have babies and I don't know. But thank
That's
you.
important too.
Yeah, that's like the most important work, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about all the work that you're doing too. We were talking a little bit in the green room. I always start my shows off the same way though, and that's by asking my guests what their origin story is. So how did you become this master Qigong teacher, and how did you start all these centers?
Yeah. Big question. Yeah, where is my origin? Where I came from, right? Who am I, right?
Yeah, I want to hear the story. Give me the long
version. Yeah, well, I start saying, honestly, I didn't discover Qigong when I grew up in China. And until I moved to US many years later after I moved to US. And the reason I came to US is study mathematics and discover passion for fine art. When I was in graduate school, discovered Qigong and honestly was like shocked, like I never heard of Qigong, right? And I heard of Tai Chi, of course, people familiar with Tai Chi. And then later I quickly discover Qigong has such long history. It's like more than 5,000 years as old as yoga from India. In China, it's like from Yellow Emperor times. And so a lot of different modality kind of have a close relationship with Qigong, with Taoist especially, martial art and TCM, and also Buddhist teaching in China. So all kind of interrelated, but Qigong is more like has its own kind of cosmology, methodology, but more importantly, is particular practice to really enhance not only spiritual growth, but also, practical side of health, longevity, enhance your own energy in terms of realizing human potential. So it's kind of very integrative approach. And honestly, I didn't know that until I went to Medicine's Qigong Hospital. Once I discovered in Columbus, Ohio, in graduate school, I went to the Medicine Qigong Hospital, where my teacher found this big retreat center, like 3,000, 5,000 people practice together for 1 month at a time.
Wow.
So it's like, it's like a big ashram, right? But it's like focus on practice of Qigong, cultivating energy, enhance your health. But mostly in this case is people came from mostly severe diagnosis, incurable conditions, chronic conditions, life, death kind of conditions. And so basically all after tried everything, try not only traditional Chinese medicine in China, it's popular, but also allopathic, even other kind of integrative medicine, whatever it might be. And Qigong often was like the final result, final hope. And so from my experience, went to the Qigong center because on one hand, practically had disease, illness, diagnosed as incurable condition, including
what was it?
Including sclerosis, asthma condition. So these are all diagnosed as incurable. So I had these disease since childhood, and just live to adapt with it, live with it, with limitation, with it's like low energy, all these limitation in general. So I never thought it's possible to recover from this condition. But the reason I went to Qigong, not because like, okay, now I'm going to recover from this condition, I'm going to, change my life, not for that reason, right? Oh, it's the main reason, honestly, I wasn't happy at the time. Not just at the time. I grew up unhappy. It's like the condition I grew up, adopted so many times, living with different families, and then eventually came back to my birth parents when I was 9 years old. And then also grown up like very poor, a lot of sufferings, struggle and limitations. And so it was difficult childhood, basically, in general, right? So under this condition, the underlying feeling is like sadness, lost, and doesn't have like sense of belonging, the way I grew up. So didn't realize until later I left home for so far away, right? Like another part of the planet, opposite of the planet. And so with that kind of sense of lost, sense of not belonging, sense of unhappy, always looking for something, like looking for happiness, looking for belonging, right? So when I did Qigong, finally, in the beginning, the feeling is very subtle. It's not like big enlightenment, big change, right? It's more like a feeling of calmness I never felt before. Feeling of like settledness in my skin I never felt before. And it's, very simple, gentle movement practice. But something on one hand is subtle, but on the other hand is deep. Touch me something I never experienced before. I cannot really put into words, nothing dramatic about it. So I become very serious. And then went to, again, the Medicine Qigong Hospital, become very dedicated. In the beginning, it's like 2 weeks of retreat, then 1 month of retreat, then eventually attended 2 years of training, the master training program. So lived there for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then afterwards, I came back and to teach full-time the last 2 decades now. So obviously, during this process, I was able to recover totally from this incurable condition, both asthma, sclerosis, and but more importantly, it's like it's good bonus, able to recover from this health issue. But more importantly, is discovering who am I, my passion, my purpose, my energy connection with the source. That is the most important thing.
Yeah,
so that's
and the healing
story.
is kind of like the nice to have, huh?
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. Good bonus to have. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm sure you watched a lot of other people have incredible, health recoveries from it too. Did you see a lot of that in your time there?
All the time. And
Yeah.
not during when I was there, we had my teacher used to be his previous like profession is a physician in Western medicine. And obviously it's very trained in traditional Chinese medicine as well, but also practiced Qigong since childhood. So as a physician, he realizing the limited result for these incurable, or incurable conditions by using Western medicine, also even traditional Chinese medicine. So he started to experimenting using Qigong and getting better result, getting best results. So eventually he letting go of the conventional medicine, including traditional Chinese medicine, just Qigong. So because he's a scientist, he's a physician, so he wants to see the results, scientifically understand how this ancient, technology works. So he measured extensively. It's like the result was so powerful. It's like among all these incurable conditions for 1 month at a time, 95% of cases can see measurable positive changes.
That's
without
really
medication.
That's really amazing. What is it that you think is curing people through it? Is it? Yeah, tell me more about it.
That's the most important question, right? It's the secret. What's the secret behind that, right?
Yeah.
But I want to add another piece of the statistics, like between 20 to 30% of people able to totally recover from these incurable conditions. Now, even in this society, I'm not allowed to say that even, right? But I'm saying that anyway. We have a statistic to claim that. That's what happened in China. And the same thing happening here in the West. When I do retreat, longest retreat I have is like 30 days. Yeah, 30 days. So can see measurable change of these conditions. Yeah. So I don't have the number, percentage say, total recovery. But if they continue after the retreat, the more chance than not is able to, not only improve, but to whatever degree of total recovery. But more importantly is like they have a more energy, more joy, more resilience, more purpose in their life. More purpose in their life. So now I forgot what is your question.
What's the magic behind it?
Magic, right?
Is it,
You want to know the magic, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, what is it? Like tapping into universal life force? Like, what is it?
This is one way to put it, but I want to put in a more tangible way relating to this topic of embodied awakening in this age of AI. So in simple language, the magic, the power is coming from connection of the mind, the body. Connection of the mind, the body. Connection of the mind, the body. That is different, say, using the mind to do certain things, or using the body to do certain things. It's the connection. It's a connection. So that means it's not a purely just mental process, whether connecting energy or not, and not purely, physical exercises. It's like it's the connection, the mind body working together. In the modern, especially in the Western paradigm, it's like this: the mind over the matter. So the mind is controlling the matter. So if you have the right mindset, everything is fine, right? Right. You can mentally figure out all the problem, then solving all the problem. That is the modern approach, right? Then if you trying to use the physical approach, then just exercises, medication, supplement is like nothing to do with the mind. It's like totally physical, right?
Right.
So these two is separate. It's separate approach. So the Qigong, the magic is coming is you're not just using the mind, you're not just exercising the body, you are connecting your own mind with your own body together, working together as a collaboration. So in the context of people familiar with mindfulness, awareness practice, meditation practice, often we're thinking, okay, the mind is witnessing the body in this case, right? sensation, the feeling, the experience, what even energy, some approach, which is good, but you're witnessing it. So you're not really kind of in a way intentionally, skillfully engaging in a way.
Right.
So as Qigong does. So in this case,
go ahead. I was gonna say, well, what is the mind doing during it? But I think you're gonna get to that.
Here's the three steps, three stages. Okay. Yes.
I'm just excited to be learning about this.
Right. So it's like this. Before I give the secret, I'm going to say something else first because it's really important. Otherwise, we're thinking, oh, we're doing all that already. Why still not working to the degree it's promised? Here's the reason, okay? So our mind right now, look at our life right now. Think about 3 worlds we're living in. And the most world we're living in is a mental world. Yeah, it's the mental world to do with the brain function, all the thinking, all the story, all the labels, all the knowledges, all the data, all the analysis, all the problem solving, right? We're so busy with that, right?
Right.
So recognize we're living in that mental world, but this mental world is different from this physical world, including this body, including, the nature we experience, including the room you're in. Yeah, in whatever you're touching, whatever you see, whatever you smell, whatever you're experiencing as life, that's the real world. That's the mental world. We're thinking. It's a different world than what we're experiencing in the real world.
Right, it's not the same as your reality. Yeah.
It's not the same reality.
Yeah.
So that's important to recognize.
Okay.
It's 2 different reality, but also, secondly, realizing most time we're living in the mental world.
Right.
We're not in this real world. We're disconnect from this real world without realizing it. Occasionally, it's, I have to eat. Boom, boom, boom. We put some food there. Then you continue, move on. Even when you're eating, you're still thinking, right? Still in the mental world, busy. So that's really important to recognize. But then worse than that right now, we're not only living in the mental world now is hijacked by the technology world, by the screen, by the social media, now by the AI. Make sense? We're living in the digital world.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not.
It's all like we're kind of forgetting how to think. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what's happening. Now that is really important. So when you recognize these 3 worlds, ultimately we're facing the choice. Yeah. Which world you want to live in. So if you only living in the mental world, then you disconnect from the physical world, including this bodily experience as human being. Yeah. So that's what the consequence of that, one consequence of that is from this disconnection of this body, we cannot fully experience life. That's number 1 consequence. Second consequence is that when we experience life, whatever we're living, whether we're aware or not aware, we're experiencing stress, right? Stress is inevitable, right? But not only mental stress, but the body is carrying the stress.
Yeah.
All the stress of every day, right? And accumulated stress of the whole life, right? All that stress is in the body. But if the mind disconnect from the body, you're not aware of the stress in the body, then you don't know how to take care of it. So imagine the stress snowballing over the time. You don't know where the stress is. You kind of know you're stressed, but you don't know how to take care of the stress. So you carry on the stress, pushing. What point? You're going to burn out.
Yeah.
You're going to crash. You're going to diagnose with whatever disease might be, right? It's inevitable, right? The consequence is inevitable. So that's the number 2 consequence. So if we're thinking, okay, I'm stressed, I have all the problems, in life, and trying to control these problems, control the environment, control circumstances, controlling money, job, relationship, whatever it might be, then what happened? You realize, first of all, you have very little control of these circumstances. Secondly, you're not dealing with the true stress is happening in the body.
Right.
So you end up creating more stress. Then the body carry more stress. So eventually, there's no question, disease, right? But now,
right.
Yeah. So that is the consequence. So what I'm trying to say here is the two aspects is connected. One is how do you fulfill your life? Yeah. Without connecting with your body, you cannot truly fulfill your life because your experience is in the virtual world, in the mental world, in the digital world. It's not truly complete with this real world. And so you cannot never have a sense of fulfillment. It's like you're living in a virtual reality. What should it be? What feels it should be? Whatever assimilation might be. So that's the number one importance. Yeah. Number two importance is when you're not living in the world here, you cannot taking care of the stress, which is causing all other problems, including disease. Yeah. So once you understand that, then you look at your life, this moment. How often do you live in this world, fully present in this physical world, instead of just thinking, just problem solving, or lost in the digital world? And that's the important reflection. I can confidently say, most of us, 90% of the time, probably 99% of the time, is in the mental world or digital world.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right? So imagine the consequence of that. So when we're coming back to the body, say for healing, for whatever you want to accomplish, and you're thinking, oh, now I have to come back to the body, have to exercise the body, have to feel my body, have to do something about my body to make the change. Then you do 5 minutes, then you go away again. You do 10 minutes, you go away again. So in that pattern, what happened? You cannot really establishing a sustainable change, sustainable transformation. That means like crisis management. That means you completely, like what's the word, treating your body as a machine, as a tool, as a problem to solve. And that is the real problem to begin with. So that's what I'm addressing here. So before we jump in, say how to do this, we have to clarify what is the mistake we're making. What is the common, habit preventing us from realizing our life, from healing, even from spiritual realization. Speaking of spiritual realization, we're talking about enlightenment as if consciousness existing as a ghost. That's pretty much, most people do. Upgrading consciousness, change your mindsets, go to the universe, discover who you are. It's like total dismissing here. Yeah. Even when we're talking about heart, we're still just talking about heart. But where is the heart? The heart is here. You have to come here to discover the heart, discover the truth, discover everything you're looking for inside of you already, not as a concept, but as a bodily existence. So these are not just concepts, these not just understanding, these are powerful truths we need to be aware first, realize the implication of these truths first. Then we say, okay, now are you ready to choose? Say, do you want to live in this reality, including this body, more often than not? If the answer is yes, then the next step is easy to do. The answer is like, oh, I'm not sure. I want to be more comfortable in the mental world. I want to be, more stimulated in the digital world. Then you're going to continuously lose yourself. No matter what technique you do, come back to here, you're not going to stick with it. That makes sense?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, healing is a choice. Absolutely.
Right. So people will come to me and say, hey, I want to heal from this disease, this problem, that problem. Asking the question, do you really want to heal?
It's crazy because a lot of people don't.
Right.
They get something out of staying sick.
Yeah. But not only that, but they think they want to heal, but really they don't know what healing means. They want to get rid of pain, get rid of the problem. That doesn't mean it's true healing. Like get rid of pain, get rid of problems. There's much easier way to do. Using painkiller, for example, right? Using medication to numb the symptom. That's much easier than healing, recovering, addressing the cause of the problems.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So, but most people are not aware of that. They don't even prepare for that. So when asking the question, do you really truly want to heal? And are you ready to do what it takes to heal? Then I can teach you. Then the process is so easy. The secret is so easy, but that doesn't mean, what's the words? It's simple. Okay, the process is simple, but it's not really easy. Let me put it into differentiation.
Yep, totally.
Right. So here's the simplicity.
It's like exercising, right? It's simple, but it's not easy.
Right. Here's a sweet aspect of embodied awakening. Yeah. So first of all, you close your eye and feel your own body. So what I'm inviting you to do right now is join me this process, this experience. So when you close your eye, feeling your own body, it's the invitation of letting go of lost in the circumstances. Yeah. Whatever happening in your life, whatever is happening in relationship, whatever happening in the world, whatever circumstance might be, you detaching from there, you close your eye. When you allow yourself feel your body, you're detaching from the mental thinking, the story, the analysis, the diagnosis, everything, all these mental projection, construction, doesn't matter whether they're real or not real, you're detaching from that. So what the invitation is going deeper now, feeling your body, whatever is true. The sensation, the feeling, both comfortable, uncomfortable, both intense and subtle, with the intention of accepting what is true inside of you, whatever is true inside of you, including all the stress from the past, including the pain, including the emotion, including the unsettled tension in the body, whatever it might be, simply acknowledging, accepting, feeling it. Now, the practice over the time is you not only just aware for a second, you want to be, simply experience what is true inside of you as long as you can, like from few seconds to 1 minute, from 1 minute to longer to 5 minutes. And that is the training, continuously become possible, confident, natural. So in the process, we're training ourselves become compassionate with your own body, no matter what's happening in your body. We learn to be loving to your own body, experiencing self-love, no matter what's going on in the body. And with sense of curiosity, what is true in the body beyond any assumption, any story, any expectation. So in that curiosity, in that openness, you start to feel, discover the deeper truth. The deeper truth of your body is more than what you think. There's energy inside your body. The energy is both visible, invisible, both the known, the unknown. And this energy is both physical, non-physical in your body. So with that acknowledgement, you're realizing in the body, there's only two energy patterns. One is contracting pattern. Whatever discomfort you're experiencing, pain, or overwhelm emotion you're experiencing is the expression of the energy is contracted. There's a blockages. The energy is not flowing. The energy is suppressed. Energy is energy. Energy is the life force. Energy is power. So when it's contracted, then all the function, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual of yourself is compromised. And the good news, when the same energy opening, flowing again, then all the function come back. Maybe not instantaneously, sometimes can be instantaneously, sometimes takes repetition, and most often takes practice to change the pattern from contraction to openness. So once you understand that, recognizing that, then simple practice we do, like movement to opening the energy, and the sound, vibration, opening the energy, and meditation, letting go of, the mental stress, letting go of narrow your perception. When you relax in your mind, open your mind, the energy also naturally opening up. So slowly, this kind of proactive meditation, you allow in the energy, such as, for example, the energy of your heart. Let's focus on the energy of the heart. Placing hands on top of your chest. Now feeling your heart. Going to make the sound together. Allow the vibration, awakening, opening your energy of your heart. No matter what happened in the past, what's happening in this moment, your heart is experiencing life without you conscious of it. Now you consciously activating the energy of your heart. So increasing the capacity of your heart. The capacity for love, for joy, for connection, for compassion. And the sound like this, for example, first sound. Together making the sound. Breathe into your chest. Beautiful. Breathe into your chest. One more time. Breathe into your chest. Now relaxing, noticing. Simply, continuously embracing, accepting all the sensation, feeling inside of your own body, inside of your own chest. Both comfortable, uncomfortable. Both intense and subtle. Both familiar and new. With a gentle intention, allowing the pure energy energy of creation, the energy of life, naturally awakening, opening, connecting deeper, flowing deeper, from your heart expanding to your 5-organ system, expanding to your brain, expanding to your shoulder, your arm, your hands, expanding to your torso, to your hips, thighs, knees, legs, and the feet. And feel a deep sense of aliveness, connectiveness. You can nourish in your body and feel the truth. Without this body, I do not exist as a human being. Feel the presence of your own body. Feel the presence of your own existence. Second truth. Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. Without this body, I cannot experience life as a human being. Feel the truth. Embracing all the sensation, all the feeling, all the experience of life inside of your own body. The third truth. Without this body, my soul cannot evolve in this lifetime. Without this body, my soul cannot evolve in this lifetime. Feeling the truth beyond any concept, any story, any assumption. Feel the inseparable nature of wholeness of life of yourself. Your body and the soul inseparable. The physical, non-physical, inseparable. The known, the unknown is inseparable. The energy presence of your body naturally connecting with the energy of the earth beneath us, Mother Earth. The energy body of yourself naturally open, connecting with the infinite energy of the universe above us. Naturally connecting with the ocean of energy, visible, invisible, in front of us, behind us, left side of us, right side of us, all around us, permeating deep inside of us. You can now reach in the infinite inside of your brain, the infinite inside of your heart, the infinite inside of your cells. Feel the energetic wholeness of life inside of your own body. Deeper connection, deeper aliveness, deeper inner peace. Now slowly, gently open your hand. Whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes.
Wow, thank you so much for leading us through that. That was really beautiful and really powerful. I was feeling like tingles of energy coming down my spine, and I love using sound. I didn't want it to end because
I
it just
know that's
feels
the feeling,
so,
right?
yeah, it just feels
Very
so
hard for me to end.
yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that was really amazing. I feel so much more grounded and yeah, just calm now. So thank you. You
Yeah.
know, I've done qigong movements before, but no one's ever walked me through any kind of meditation or guided experience like that with it. I had no idea that was even part of it. That was really amazing.
Yeah, and this is kind of unique the way I approaching qigong. And in general, yes, most people experiencing qigong just gentle meditative movement, which is great. But we do a lot of practice, including moving meditation, sound meditation, also different other kind of meditation, including mindfulness meditation, but it go beyond that. It's all focused on energy, working with energy, discovering the energy, So beyond just awareness, we go deeper to connection, to concentration, to manifestation, and deeply sustaining that connection. So it's all about deeply connection, deeper connection. So ultimately, the power is also about penetration. So, just like, okay, I'm aware of the skin of my body, aware of my, the feeling of the organ on the surface, but you go deeper, penetrating deeper to the interior of your organ, interior of your cell, interior of your body. So it's the powerful saying from the Taoist tradition when you're working with energy is to realize infinitely large without any boundary, infinitely small without any interior.
I love that you just said that because I was literally just thinking it's really interesting that when you focus on something as like tangible as your body, you
Yeah.
somehow feel like you're everything and you're universal, right? And you extend beyond your body. It's a really interesting
Yeah. Amazing.
thing.
Right. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
It's this paradox. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's paradox. So most tradition, even spiritual tradition, unfortunately trying to transcend the body, even almost like leaving the body, have some sort of spiritual experience. Yeah, which might be possible, might be good. But on the other hand, it's like the consequence of that is you leaving the body behind. Problem with health, problem with life in general. If you continue taking that approach, you're thinking, oh, this body is limited, the body is not good, the body is temporary. And then you continue go to somewhere else. So you're not 100% here. So you're not really living a life 100% here. You're not really incarnated fully. Yeah, the word's incarnation, It's like, what do you mean incarnate? It just means embodied. It's
Right.
fully embodied here. So not just the mind is here, but the mind, body together is here, 100% experiencing this moment, every moment of life possible.
Totally. And plus, like, if you're thinking about always going somewhere else, you're reinforcing that something's wrong with the body, right? So
Exactly.
it's gonna happen. I've interviewed so many different healers from different modalities through all of my shows. And I'm trying to like figure out how to say this. Like, I guess two part. Like, one, do people's beliefs play into this when they go into it? Like, do they have to have the belief that Qigong is going to help them? Or are you able to kind of like transcend that? And two, are there different healing modalities that work for different people? Like, it is, I don't know.
Well,
I'm such
yeah,
a big
good
fan.
question. I
Yeah.
think I understand your question.
Yeah.
First of all, whether you believe or not, if you believe something, it usually become more powerful. But in Qigong, it does not require belief. As long as you do it, as long as you practice it, then definitely, benefit, change naturally happen. But because it's experiential, because you're feeling it, it's not like, expecting a result validated by a face or by science. Then you thinking, I'm just doing something, follow that protocol, then expecting certain result, right? That's kind of often we do. But in this case, it's like you do something, you feel it, you experience it. Yeah. The sensation, the energy, the tingling sensation, you feel happier, you feel more joy. That feeling just naturally is there. So it's working for you. So that's more like immediate biofeedback. It's more than biofeedback. Biofeedback is still using a machine or someone else tell you something is working. Then you get a confirmation, then you get more excited and do more effectively, right? That's one of the power of biofeedback, basically. Can be powerful when you have that feedback, so to speak. But in this case, you don't need a machine. You don't need someone to tell you. You feel it in the body. So as long as you pay attention, then noticing the sensation, feeling, the direct experiencing is validating the change is happening. Because of that, Qigong is very effective. Yeah, whether you believe or not.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's like the more you do it and the better you feel, you keep doing it, you kind of get hooked on it, and then you kind of reinforce that belief yourself.
Yeah, everything takes time, takes a process. But the second question is like, what modality fit into, different people or different condition. So first of all, it's like this. Qigong is something everybody can do. Mm-hmm. It's like so gentle, so soft, so meditative. And no matter how old you are, how, disabled you are, how, that's not based on, faith or belief. So any spiritual, background, any cultural background, people can do it. It's like you're working with your own mind, your own body. Yeah. So that connection, you're establishing a connection. That means it's internally based. It means personal, but it's also universal. Everybody can relate into that, right? So, and the secondly is like, come back to, this experiential feedback. So that means applicable for any condition. So it doesn't mean like, okay, I diagnose this problem, I do this, I diagnose different problem, I should do something else. No, it's one thing. One thing is like one shoe fitting all the, I'm saying this like, it's like almost like impossible, but that is true in this case.
Right. It's not like you have to do a certain thing within Qigong. It's just
right.
It kind of works on everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more like you continuously improving your condition, no matter what condition might be, whether you have a diagnosis or not, doesn't matter. You increasing your energy baseline, you increasing your vitality baseline, you increasing your resilience, you increasing, the capacity of your heart for love, for joy, you increasing the capacity of your mind for creativity, for openness, for connection. So that is always focused on improvement. So it's not focused on like, for this result we do this, for another result we do something different. So that's improvement. It's energetic. That means the energetic is affecting everything.
It kind of goes where it's needed anyway, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So the short answer to your question is applicable to everyone, to any condition.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just realized we only have 5 minutes left, which isn't crazy. I think we went into like a time warp there for a moment. We didn't really even like talk about the age of AI, but I know you wanted to play some music for us. Do you still want to do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to like give a little bit of information about it first?
So, yeah, that's a big topic. So I kind of, touched on that a little bit. Now the digital world is taking over our mental world, taking over the real world. that's the danger, that's the crisis we are facing. So we need to be really mindful of that. If we are not careful, if we're not choosing to come back to this real world, we're going to lose this connection. We lose our humanity. So that's is one thing I want to highlight first. Yeah. But on the other hand, as a surprise, is in my case, in the last 2 years or so, extensively using the AI, I'm realizing the AI can not only help for business function, for strategy, for planning, for marketing, for copywriting, for creating, video, audios and images and so much, right?
Yeah.
But also can help spiritual development. So just quickly give a framework, very simple framework. When you talk to your AI, creating a personal AI, like a friend, giving whatever you experience, your personal information with the AI, then like journaling, having a conversation, then you asking these questions about your health, about your emotion, about your spiritual development, you get amazing feedback, amazing clarity. That's one power, right? And secondly, for me, is I discover AI is, on one hand, is the extension of the human mind, right? And on the other hand, AI is different from humanity, being human. So I'm asking the question, what is the most profound difference between me as human and the AI as artificial intelligence, machine intelligence?
Probably your soul, right?
No, actually.
What is it?
Often people think.
Okay.
No, it's the embodied existence.
Okay, right. We have bodies.
It's embodied existence. It's not about the soul or not. Actually, eventually, AI going to have a soul.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That is happening. But the AI, at least from what I know, in the long future, I don't know. Right now, I know the unique difference between me and the AI is I have this human body made it possible for me to experience life in the 3D. In the 3D, I got to see through my eye, I can to hear through my ear, I can touch, I can smell, but more importantly, I can feel the pain, the pleasure, the love, the hate. Yeah, the fear, and the creativity, the joy. That is the human experience the AI cannot have. The AI can talk about it. The AI can, assimilate about it. AI can write about it. AI can a lot of words describing the experience about it. But that is different from the true experience.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the main difference. That's why I have the title, it's like, claim your body, claim your power, claim your purpose as a human, being true human in the age of AI. So in this case, the AI is threatening this right now. But on the other hand, the AI helped me to see that difference so I can make a conscious choice, say, I want to be human instead of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's the hope. That's the choice we're facing. So that's basically the highlights I want to speak about, how that everything speaking, relating to AI. So meanwhile, let me play a song. Sorry, I didn't prepare this quickly. How do I share screen? Oh, here we go.
It should be at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Okay, share screen. No, actually, I want to so I have to share the entire screen.
Yeah, it's like a little icon.
Right. Maybe I would do. Oh, this I need to be kind of uploading. Okay, let's do this. Things I'm opening to this anyway. Okay, inside you. Okay, that's the one. So actually takes a little bit of different process. See if I can play this. Might take a moment to upload.
Well, while it's doing that, do you want to just, so we wrap up in the next few minutes, do you want to just take a moment while it's doing that and tell people where they can connect with you and how to find you?
Sure, absolutely. So, yeah, unfortunately interrupted by technology for whatever.
Speaking of technology.
Yeah, it's okay. I can send you the video, add it to it later.
Sure. Or is it online somewhere and we can link to it in the show notes?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Yeah, just send me the link to it and we'll put it in so people can hear it, because it looked really cool from what I saw.
It's amazing. But I just want to mention, whoever going to watch this, the person in the video is me. It's not AI. I'm in Times Square in real life in the 3D dimension.
Okay.
3D dimension. It's not an AI thing, right?
Oh, I totally thought it was AI. That's
exactly.
I'm glad you
So I want to clarify that first. Yeah, but that's the message. That's the real message. Is about how being a human in the middle of Times Square, in the middle of the crazy stimulation, everything going on. Of course, with the song was the invitation, coming home to yourself, coming home to this body as living temple. So you'll feel emotionally experience. So with that said, I want to just share, the resources if you're ready to explore. We offer online training, but also in-person retreat in Santa Fe, and from short-term courses to membership weekly, and also to retreat whole week long until even 30 days for 4-week long retreat, as we did in the Medicine and Qigong Hospital, and that's all happening in Santa Fe. So you can find the information at my website, mingtonggu.com. And if you're ready to read my book, and I want to make sure invite you to read chapter 7. And that's so important, probably the most important chapter. And it's a map for you to come back to home. And so I cover more, extensively my own personal story, and also a lot of guided practice in the book, as you experienced a little bit in this session already. So, and that's the invitation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I'll make sure and put all your links in the show notes too. So if you need a place to find everything and you're listening, just go to the show notes. Mingtong, thank you so much. This was such a beautiful session. I absolutely love when people walk us through demonstrations and really share their practices, and because it's so powerful, and people get to walk away with a little taste of it. And I feel so much more grounded and calm. So I'm sure listeners do as well. And I just appreciate the work you're doing in the world. The world needs a lot more of it. So thank you. And if you are listening, please like, comment, share, subscribe, send this to someone you think would resonate with it. Let's help lift humanity up. I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone.